Nelson, you've been a busy boy lately. Formula E, Indy Lights, Global Rallycross. Where does this your first IndyCar test fit into all that?
Yeah, it was just an invitation, a very unexpected invitation, but very welcome for sure. I've always had a lot of curiosity to drive one of these cars, and now I can say I did. So really, really happy, to be part of Team Penske over here and driving for them. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't amazing. I mean, it's a great track. I've never been to this track. Never been in this car. So for me, it was all a bit new. But I'm having a great experience. It's a car has a lot of power, a lot of downforce, carbon brakes. It's back to sort of what I grew up doing, So I'm really, really happy.
Were you able to not only get comfortable, but feel like you could push during, again, it's only a morning session, but you feel like you get locked into the car?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the more you drive, the more you're going to get used to it, And I mean, I'm not here trying to do the best time possible, I'm sharing a car with Juan, he still needs to drive the whole afternoon, so we don't want to risk doing anything silly and going off the track. So it's more, to get to know the team and for the team to get some experience with me. And, who knows? I mean, maybe can get a few more laps some other days,
Mr. Harvey, you were quick like a bunny right away in your first outing in an IndyCar here at Sonoma Raceway. Tell me about it. How'd you feel?
I felt good from the start, mate. I worked pretty hard in the last 2 weeks, pretty much as from when I knew the test was happening. I mean, Sonoma's a track I've gone well at in the past. Last year we won both the Lights races with a double pole. So I was pretty happy when I knew this was the track I was coming to. I was pretty confident. The team have been great. They've given me everything I've needed. Yesterday I felt as prepared as I was ever going to be before actually driving the car. Got in and I've loved every second, every minute of this morning's running. And, I know there's a lot of people who came together to make this opportunity happen for me. Sam, everyone at SPM, Rick, my sponsors from the RSF, Graham and Derek. I've had such a great day. I just hope it's the first of a new chapter.
Speaking of, I mean, you're in your second year of Indy Lights, in a great place championship-wise, but most importantly, you look like you're ready to graduate. How are you feeling if an IndyCar opportunity were to come your way? You feel like you'd be ready to embark?
Oh, absolutely, man. I've been working a long time for this kind of opportunity today, and we spoke about the targets we were trying to achieve, and the thing I wanted to achieve the most was just give a good account of myself, show the team I can work with them, help them through their testing program, which I think we achieved pretty well. So if there's a team out there who are looking for a driver, then I'm feeling pretty ready. I mean, we've had some talks and conversations about next year, so hopefully some things are starting to take a little bit of shape, but this is where I want to be. I've worked a long time for it, and I feel now as ready as I'm ever going to be.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was incredible. Yeah, I loved it. Obviously I drove the IndyCar at Iowa, and it was pretty cool there. There's some pretty high grip situations, and it was so quick. But here, I mean, it's just, what a race car. I mean, I feel like this is like a proper, real race car, and I've finally gotten into it, and my head's in the back of the headrest, and my face is in the steering wheel under brakes, and it's got some serious grip in all the corners here, and yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun.
How did things go just in terms of learning, development, pace? What was your morning like?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I got a little bit used to it in Iowa, but it was kind of like a completely different animal coming to a road course. I feel like Iowa was a little bit easier to get up to speed because you're going the same kind of corners over and over again, and you're not learning corners and tracks and how to do the actual driving part of it at Iowa, and it was a little bit easier for me, with the downforce there at Iowa too. So here has been a little bit more of a steeper learning curve for sure than when I got into Iowa. But yeah, I mean, it's fun, and the team's helping me out with all that. Obviously I'm not quite up to speed right where all the, veterans are going. I don't think any of the rookies are really quite on their level yet. And it's really impressed me and surprised me, like the kind of level they drive at, because I definitely have to kind of like really drive the car and, hustle it around. And I'm kind of used to tiptoeing it around on the edge of the grip level, and I definitely haven't got to the edge of the grip level of an IndyCar yet. So, that's the biggest thing for me, is just using the grip that's available and getting the aero grip at the right points, because I definitely went out there and was going way too quick in the slow corners and not quick enough in the fast corners, and it's just the drop-off in aero between fast and slow corners is massive. So yeah, it's the biggest thing.
Ed Jones, tell me about your first morning in the Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan number 15 Honda.
Yeah, it's been an amazing morning so far. Just driving the car is an amazing experience. It's the amount of downforce is incredible. I really didn't expect that. it's all new for me. But also learning the Sonoma circuit. It's a very difficult circuit with the undulation, so you can really extract the best out of the car and really get a good feel for it. I did quite a few runs, and I put myself in quite a good position to make some more progress for the afternoon.
So you were very successful, impressive last year racing in Europe. You've been racing in America for less than 6 months. You're already testing an IndyCar. Tell me about that road and that experience coming from Indy Lights into this. Pretty amazing opportunity, I'd think.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you're racing in America now for, as you said, 6 months, I think is exactly the time I had my first test at Homestead. So I've only been here very briefly, and to be given the opportunity by Rahul Lenneman to test this car, I can't thank them enough, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity, and I'm taking full advantage of it. But yeah, it's been an amazing journey so far. Indy Lights has been very difficult, but we've had some great success, and we're within a great shot of winning the title. So to be able to do that in my first year in America will be a dream come true for me, and puts me in great stead to get a seat in IndyCar for next year.
Yeah, it's been great so far. It's a blast to drive this Penske car and having a lot of fun. It's a lot different than the Lights car, a lot quicker, more power, downforce, so really enjoying it. Yeah, it felt good. I mean, I was able to get comfortable with the car, I think, fairly quickly. You know, we did a lot of homework before we got in the car, you know, so thanks to the guys for helping with that, and Will spending a lot of time with me as well. So, yeah, just enjoying every lap, and hopefully got to do some more laps this afternoon.
You know, my biggest thing right now has been consistency. Obviously, speed is important, and but I've really wanted to work on my confidence in the car, and that's what we've been doing. And having someone like Sebastian to compare data with and actually work with me has been a huge help, because the learning curve to this car compared to the Lights car that I had been last is a huge difference. But no, I mean, I'm happy. The team seems to be happy, and I think we're going to find some more speed this afternoon.
Tell me about this testing rule that has teams able to, draw on Indy Lights talent, young gun talent like yourself. Is this something you hope they'll continue to do for future generations?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this day is awesome. We got all the guys that I grew up racing with, in the Mazda Road to Indy, and some new ones in there too. And all of us be out here with top teams testing Indy cars all at the same time is just awesome. We're all checking each other's times and seeing where everyone's at, and I think a lot of the teams are looking at us at the same time as well. So I think it's perfect, and it's a perfect way to get people into the sport. The teams really need this extra test day, and it's incredibly important to get it here, ahead of the double points race in Sonoma coming up. So the teams all want the drivers here, and if they want you, it definitely makes things a lot easier.